Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Virtual Boer. This is the channel where we study and explore farming while playing a bit of Farming Simulator 2025. Um, Firstly, a couple of goals of the channel. The channel is going to exist firstly to spread some accurate information around farming, well, as accurate as I can get my hands on. Um, I'm from South Africa, and I will draw my research from South African sources where possible, seeing as most of these episodes will be related to South Africa. But if there is anything that could be additive, I'd really appreciate a message or a comment that would point me in the right direction. My sincere hope is that it develops a honest appreciation for what the farmers in this world do, not just in South Africa, as I think that most people don't realize that when the farmers shut down, everything shuts down because there's no more food. So, without further ado, let us continue into the series as it starts. So, we're starting off here on pretty much a day one type character on the server, and while researching topics to see what I could do within this context, uh, it came to my attention that a great topic to start with in South Africa would be to explore what the Maize Triangle refers to and means within the South African farming context. So, the Maize Triangle, um, once we have a look at a map and we understand the sheer scale of it, is a massive piece of the South African Highveld Plateau that generally sits between 1,200 and 1,800 meters above sea level. I'm not sure what that is in feet, sorry, Americans. Um, and it gets about 500 millimeters to 800 millimeters of rainfall annually, although this is predominantly summer rain. And there are many tributaries and rivers that flow through what is known as the Maize Triangle in South Africa, of which to draw irrigation. So, if you'll bear with me, I'm just going to flip through a couple of pages over here. So, this is an example of the Maize Triangle over here. And this is accurate as this is a political map of Southern Africa. It's got our Maize Triangle with a couple of our capitals, Pretoria being our official capital, Johannesburg being the economic capital, and then Bloemfontein being our judicial capital, all within the same area. Now, this report over here is is adopting precision farming in the Maize Triangle of South Africa, written by two South Africans. I'm not sure how to pronounce Rusay Buitendag's name, but if she does watch it, or him, I sincerely apologize for not pronouncing it properly. And Christo Bischoff. These are gentlemen from the Northwest University Business School in Potchefstroom, and I'll be drawing a lot of the information that I use while guiding you guys from a article like this. Now, my point is not to sit here and read this with you. What will happen is you'll find that your various topics that this covers, I will break down into separate little episodes, and that will hopefully be bite-sized and easier to understand, and also provide a clearer picture. So, with that out of the way, I thought I'd just show you my own variation of the triangle, although I'm sure mine is squiff. You can see just drawn by hand, but it sort of denotes that elevation over here. Now, a couple of reasons why this is an important topic if this area over here is not producing as much maize as what it's supposed to, I can show you something that is scary over here. Is this the Maize Triangle white maize production in tons from 2020 to 2021? And you can have a look at how much maize was produced then. What this will lead to are issues where these guys can't get supplies with maize, and more importantly, us. So, white maize being a staple of the South African diet, it makes a humongous difference, depending on how the yield bonuses are going that side of the world, what the fertilizer price is, what the diesel price is. All of these separate elements make up a bigger picture. So, to get back to it, now that we've covered the Maize Triangle briefly and what it means, I've got a nice field over here that's ready to be seeded. Unfortunately, it is not the season to do this. I've already tried. Said to me, sorry, you're gonna waste your money, so don't plant. So I didn't plant. Thank heavens. I started with pretty much the bare necessities. I've got a tent to sleep in because I'm like a hobo. Can't afford no house. That was only $26. I bought a nice enough tractor. Looks kind of cool. I've got a seeder and fertilizer at the same time. So this plants my corn or maize that we're going to produce over here, or as we affectionately know them in South Africa as mealies. We'll be planting the mealies with that guy. Then we've got a subsoiler or cultivator. We've got a trailer for dragging whatever we need to drag around. And then we've got a herbicide sprayer. Now this is kind of stupid. I've got all of this beautiful stuff but nowhere to stash it. Don't worry, I have a plan, dudes. Let me show you. Here, across the Rocky Mountain crop. There, this farm here. I need this farm here. Its owner lives there amongst those trees. Down there, you see. And his farm is up for sale. So he's got a whole lot of buildings where I could stash that stuff. So my plan is to firstly plant some corn over here, harvest it and make a profit. But secondly, these trees are all mine. This is my land. So I'm gonna chop these trees down. One by one by one by one by one by one everywhere. And I'm gonna make money off them. And I'm gonna do that by using my handiest tool for the time being, the hillbilly truck. Everybody needs one of these hillbilly trucks if they're gonna live on a farm. It's just the way it goes. Look at that. Can put many trees on the back of that thing and go sell them. So, I suppose I'm a corn farmer who likes to chop down trees and make a profit. Let's hope none of the bunny huggers from down there in the town, or the tree huggers, or one of those guys start a protest or a riot or whatever the case is around here, because we ain't got time for that nonsense. Anyways, my brothers and sisters who came to listen, I want to thank you for tuning in for this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep the content coming. In the meantime, I must wait and get my mealies planted, but that'll be in the next episode. Have a beautiful evening.